Okay, so now we're ready to get started. We're at the main Pt2 screen, so let's go ahead and select New World. Alright, so it says that we're on a playground and it's green, so we have green here. Let's go ahead and start by creating some more ground for us to walk around on. So let's come over here to the terrain tool and hold down the left mouse button, and let's go ahead and start dragging around. Give ourselves a little room to play with. Not too much, just enough. Okay, I'm going to use my wheel mouse on my wheel on my mouse to scroll out a little bit. Alright, so we're ready to start coding our game here. Alright, so how about we know that we have to create two tracks. We have to create a red track and a green track to satisfy our needs for our setting. So let's come over here to our path tool right here. Click once with your left mouse button, and we're going to begin to draw a track around our ground or our terrain here. So I'm going to start right here, click, and then I'm going to click here, and I'm just going to kind of go around the outside here. So I want my track, I want Pt2 and Roger and Gregory to kind of go to the outside, and then I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to come back to my original one. And notice how when I come back to my original point on my track, it glows. So I click there, and then I click my right mouse button one time. So that lets the game engine know that I'm finished, and we need a green track. So notice as I move my mouse cursor away and put my mouse cursor back on one of the points here, I get this little drop down of colors, and I can use my arrow keys to select different colors. Well, I know that I need a green track, so I'm going to leave this one at green, and then I'm going to draw another track. Okay, so I'm going to start here, and I'm going to come back and just begin to really repeat the same points that I have before. I'm going to come back here, click, and then click my right mouse button, right, to tell the game engine I'm finished. And then I'm going to use my arrow keys, and I'm going to move over and make this part of the track red. So now I have my red track and my green track. Okay, so now we're ready to add our characters into our setting. So let's come over here to the object tool where we have the Pt2 icon. Click with your left mouse button, and now let's come over here to the ground or the terrain and click the right mouse button and click add object, and we're going to select Pt2. That puts Pt2 into our setting. Now we have to add our two cycles. So let's come back, put our mouse cursor here on the terrain, click the right mouse button, add object, and we want to come over here to the little bots here and click the left mouse button and click cycle. We've now added a cycle, and notice as I put my mouse cursor over the cycle, he starts to glow, and I can use my arrow keys to come over and make him red. So now I have my red one. Now I need a green one, so I will click my right mouse button again right here in my terrain, click add object, come over here to the bots, select cycle, put my mouse cursor on this one and make him green. That's going to be Gregory.